You are listening to the Hello Sport Podcast.
What's up, punters and dribblers? Welcome back to the Hello Sport Podcast. Home of unqualified opinion and unwavering bias. Happy Easter. Happy Easter to all. What a weekend it was. Lots of rugby league. Lots of good times. We had, family, friends, chocolates, all that shit. But rugby league, Ed. Rugby league. What a game.
It's alive and well.
Yeah, it is. It's alive and well.
It's alive and well.
What a tremendous sport.
Game's never been better, Tom.
Game's never been better, mate.
Never been in a better place.
Nah.
Never been in a better spot.
Nah.
Rugby league. Set your watch to rugby league, Tom.
Oh, you can set your fucking watch to it. Sometimes
It'll never let you down.
Sometimes it can be so hot that your watch starts to run fast. That's how good it's going.
Oh, yeah.
Daylight savings. She done.
It's funny when it's done. It'll throw you. I was sitting in the kitchen last night and I couldn't put my finger on what was wrong. I was like, what's going on here? We're feeding Suki, same time as always. And I was like, there's something's off. What is it? Oh, that's right. It's pitch black outside.
Yeah.
The lighting in here is different.
No. I don't know whether it's just part of being with children, but I mean, this is my third, so I should be, what's going on with YouTube music? What are you doing there?
I think you might have tapped something on the remote.
Oh, sorry, guys. That was chilling me. More than ever, I have felt the effects this time around than any other going back to daylight. It's just normal time now.
Yeah, but there's a specific reason for that.
Why is that?
You were telling me it yesterday.
My third child, but I'm like, it should fuck up everyone. Like, I'm just noticing even the day, it's like, so I'm sitting at home going like, it's too early to leave for work. And I live on the beaches. Newport. Not a big deal. But Hazel's started a sleep regression just before it hit. So she started getting up an hour earlier. And so now now it's 4 a.m. She's waking up.
Mate, Suki was 7:15 this morning, so.
Oh, she loves it. Just loves it.
Just loving it.
Well, she's off the back of Dad's big win yesterday, which I think we probably saved for about even.
I think that's about
even. It's an about even thing?
Nah, it's an about even thing. She was front and centre, though. She was my good luck charm yesterday.
Well, then because we will save that one for about even, do we talk about Sebo's pot bet? Like, is that about even, or is that feels like...
Well, I think,
because that race day was absolutely
that was a Hello Sport.
It was a Hello Sport race day.
Yeah.
So I feel like that falls under this jurisdiction.
I think so.
So if you're living under a rock, metaphorical or otherwise, we had a big old race day at Randwick on Saturday. Shout out to Four Pines.
Four Pines Day on the Trot, hosted by your friends Tom and Eddie. Great turnout.
Huge turnout. Bigger than last year.
Huge turnout. Every floor of the 3-floor venue packed. The grass at the front packed. Punters and dribblers just foaming at the mouth, dribbling, punting. Weather was okay, not great. It got better.
It got better late. Listen.
It was shit to start.
It was terrible to start.
But it doesn't stop the dribbler.
So just because a lot of people probably were confused by this quite rightly, but obviously we also work with our dear friends at Ned's, and we do a thing called a hosted pot.
Yes.
And what that is...
We just wanted to clear stuff up.
We just wanted to clear stuff up out of the way because it's still worth celebrating, but just to clear it up out of the way. We run a hosted pot, which means that anyone who's in the About Even group on the Neds app can join, $25 buy-in, and then the collective amount of money that is in the pot by the time it's closed, the kickoff of the races, Eddie and I will then punt on behalf of the punter and the dribbler in the pot.
So we're doing our best to win money.
We're doing our best to win money, and we were doing well. We were up, but
we were up.
We were up. No, we were definitely up.
We had some good wins early.
We had some really good. I was 3 from 3.
Profoundly.
And 4 from 5.
Hello punter. That would, mate, talk about layup.
Hello punter was a layup.
Someone who sent that to us? I can't remember.
Wasn't it someone in the app? I thought it was someone in the app.
Which was?
Hello punter. It was either someone in the app.
I think it was someone in the app. Gold Coast.
Someone on the Facebook in the punters group. They were like, "Hello punter, Gold Coast route race." Got on it with maybe like a couple of minutes to spare. And then saw it late. $7.50. Then you and I forgot about it again, and then bang, it hits. Yeah. Salutes. Had a fair crack at it too in the group and personally.
Yes.
So that was good.
But
I had a great weekend on the pub.
So did I. Listen, I bought
one like an all timer.
I bought a new washing machine and exhaust, whatever you put over an oven.
Yeah,
Range hood.
Yeah.
For my wife.
Well, mate, the wife got some spending money and some like look nice stuff.
Yeah. Oh, you look nice.
No, it's in like you need new clothes
and go look nice.
You need new clothes. That's you can.
Do you
here's
throw
a
money
little
out
bit.
Well,
this was a transfer.
Oh, okay, nice.
I'd usually just throw it and just peg it out.
Just peg it out of there, roll it up.
I usually would, mate.
Bag of coins.
Massage last night, you know what I mean? Like just doing nice stuff.
You giving her a massage?
She had one. I paid for one. I
was going to say, yeah.
Again, winning.
No, I know.
Flush.
I'm saying if you had just done it yourself, it'd be like, just pay for it.
No.
Give her the experience. Don't give her the Eddie Simpson massage.
No, it wasn't.
Which is you probably just trying to get it on.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Okay, thanks, mate. Maybe out some fucking sex pest. Now, of course, we all do that.
Of course we do.
So that's why it wasn't an Eddie special.
No.
It was just like a proper one.
Which has, exactly. One without an ulterior motive.
Yeah. I know what you're up to, dickhead. Yeah. Hands are getting pretty low.
That is way too much oil. So, basically, over the last few pots that we've done, we have gleaned that the sentiment from the punter and the dribbler is like, it's a $25 buy-in. So at the end, when you close the pot, whatever money is in there is split back evenly towards to everyone who is in it. So if you're up, if you put it for $25 a buy-in, well, maybe getting $28 back if it's just a relatively meager return. But there seems to be a sentiment where it's like, it's only $25. Let's go hard or go home. Let's try and deliver.
Yep.
Or we're happy that like $25 is something that you're prepared to part ways with. Worst case scenario. Gets down to the final race.
We've actually had dribble
we got abused after one of them.
Well, yeah, we've been abused previously for not having a fucking crack, as people put it. So we did. Yep. We went insanely hard on the last race, and Sebo conjured up one of the great boxy tries.
Yeah, it was a phenomenal boxy try. We got Sebo in the lab. He was having a day out. I don't know if he was winning much, but he was certainly enjoying himself. I lost him for like a couple of hours. I was like, oh, fuck, Sebo snuck out. And then I just saw him on the rails, just like eyes glued to the ponies.
Yeah, I didn't see a whole lot of Sebo.
No, I tried to call him. He didn't answer. That cunt, he's left. But he was just fucking like a kid just hanging over the rails the whole time. He cooked up something shocking. He cooked up the meanest, dirtiest boxy try. Like that thing. And, I mean, it might even be better when he comes back from the toilet. I've just seen him go to for him to explain is working a little bit. But it hits in the last race of the day 80 grand or 78 grand. 78 grand. And so everyone in the pot who'd put in $25 left with $140. So that's just a huge win. But some people think that we won 80 grand, which we did not.
Which we didn't. We didn't.
And I'm happy not to have. And that sounds like a lie. It is. But I'm like...
We just want to... we wanted to clear that up.
I'm happy we were able to deliver for the dribbler. Because I think we literally just got a message about it then as well. Just did you guys win fucking Hogan?
Hoof. No. Oh, really?
Gosh, yeah.
Yeah, no.
No.
So we're just clearing that up.
We're not stolen valor, guys.
No, and it may have looked misleading. Maybe it was the caption Tobler used. I don't know.
What was it? He won us.
Sebo wins 80 grand. Wins us.
Sebo won us 80 grand.
Sebo, we're just going to need you to jump over onto Tobler's mic here, mate. We're just talking about the greatest boxy try in recent memory, maybe.
Especially because what came third, I think, has been relevant in the office lately.
Yeah.
Like 14s for a place.
Yeah.
Yep. What are we doing?
Well, Sebo, firstly, just congratulations.
You just do you want to show us you're working?
Yeah.
So just quickly before I forget, did we not get up in the quaddie and did anyone get any money for that?
Oh, we did. We got like $300.
Okay. So
total.
You just take that.
I can share. I'll share it. I'll send everyone their $75.
Talk us through it.
Look, see, this is the thing where most people, when I try explain this tactic, just go, that's so confusing. Why don't you just box a few horses? And it's like, that's not the fucking point. So what the point is with this stuff, if you're chasing a big trifecta, what you want is roughies to come in for the trifecta to be big. Because if you just go, 3 of the top 5 favourites, it's like, great. You won $100, you won $200.
Yeah.
The point is that on a trifecta, the more higher odds the horses are, like the less people have predicted that's the trifecta. So what I've been doing, what we did here, is you select a few horses, and so it's called like standing them out. You don't, you click first, second, or third, and so obviously include the favourite 1, 2, 3. You include the market mover that we all like, 1, 2, 3, and then maybe another kind of one up there, 1, 2, 3 up there, and then you start looking at your roughies, and you're going, okay, that roughie's good. Let's go 1, 2, 3 him, and then you might have like an $80 one where you go, let's just put him for third or second or something like that. So you got like an array. I can't remember. We probably had 4 or 5 to come first, maybe 5 or 6 to come second, and same thing.
Yeah.
Now, if that huge ass roughie doesn't come in, then we don't get the 80 grand. We might get like a couple grand because we put a fair bit on it or something, right? And so that's the way it works. It's chasing the trifecta pools. You're wanting the roughies to come in. But you can't not include the favourite, so you've got to put more horses in, which means it costs you more to get a decent percentage. That's basically it.
Yeah,
that's how it works.
And so because Tomato Toasty romps in at $14 for a place,
yes,
we did all right.
So that trifecta, if you put $1 on the 1, 2, 3, was like $1,900.
Yeah.
Where if you scan through other trifectas in the day, might be like $87.
Yeah. Okay.
We And I don't want to, talk about what could have been, but what we basically did was we had a sizable chunk of money in the account at the end, split it, one on just a standout winner, and then this on the
the majority went on the standout winner.
Well, it wasn't like 10 and 11.
Who I was on, and Tom was on.
I think it was. And I was pushing so hard for Plaintiff to be the one that we said, and then we were going to do it, and then you came over after it. And this isn't about criticising you because you've had a great weekend, and we had a great weekend together. But what could have been if we'd hit that try and Plaintiff, which I was on, and Tobler was on, and Seb was on, and we were like Plaintiff at 5s there, but I got on it at 7. 7th heaven, great show. Father turned.
Yeah, that's on me.
That's on you.
I put my hand up.
It was a gold rush or gold shoes or gold something.
I put my hand up. You can't get it right all the time.
No, you can't get it right all the time.
And I fucked that one up.
That would have been.
And I apologise to the punter and the dribbler because then that would have been
120. Listen.
Yeah.
What happened was
I did let him.
Let him cook. You let Sebo cook.
I let him cook. So
sometimes you've got to let an artist be an artist.
Well, let an artist be artist. So there you go, punter and dribblers. If you're in the pot, you would have walked away with
140.
I don't know what the multiple, like 300% increase, something like that. What is it? 5.5.
Pretty good.
5 extra money.
I'll let you know that doesn't usually happen. Just so you know, that's not a that's never happened before. So.
No. Although we've made money before.
We've made money before, but it's like you walk away with like $10. This one was a little different. But God damn it was a good day. I love the races so much. Shout out again to 4 Pints for having us. It was good times. Scope and Mace were there. Great to see the boys.
Oh, terrific to see the boys.
Saw DCE at one point. He came down in a full tux.
Yeah, he did come down in a full tux, which was
terrific.
A great look.
Jake Simpkin was also there.
Jake Simpkin, exactly. I was about to say Jake. Manly hero. Manly 52-0 hero.
DCE taking the black and white theme, literally. Black tie.
No, he went black tie and went full Trent Merrin.
He went full Trent Merrin, full regalia, which I liked seeing.
Yep.
Leagueies love a tux. Or they love not to wear one to an event that requires one.
That is it. The Manly end of season ball, black tie. Cherry wears a blue suit, and then
yes, he did, which was on the invite, black tie.
Yeah.
So then you want to
maybe he didn't want to make that mistake.
Well, so then we start theorising. Well, maybe he doesn't own a tux because he's wearing literally a navy suit at a black tie event, which is a tux, which is what you and I were obviously. And then you get to the races yesterday, and it's black and white. So usually a black suit, black tie. You don't have to.
Well, I didn't own a black suit.
You don't have to. But then he rocks up in the tuxedo.
Mate, we all got up on the same horse in one of the things, and he was celebrating as hard as you and I were. And then when I found out how much money he put on, I'm not unit shaming here, but like Daly Cherry Evans on significantly more money than you or I.
Yeah.
my jaw almost hit the floor.
Oh, really?
He was pumped. And I was like, how much did you just win?
You don't want to unit shame, though.
I'm not unit shaming. No. I just know that his bet only won.
Oh, my God. Okay. Well, listen, he's tight.
And you know what? He's smart.
But, like, tight's a good thing.
No, it is.
You know, he's smart.
He's smart.
Smart with his money.
Smart's
based on his punting.
Well, the punt, it's shocking.
Smart's a negative term. I'm gonna retract that, and I'm gonna insert.
Negative. Tight's negative. Smart's
not. I'm retracting tight.
Yes.
And I'm inserting smart.
Yes.
Okay, got me words wrong.
Yeah. Good fella though.
Great, mate. Are you serious? He's one of the fucking greats.
Yeah, he is.
He's a great bloke.
Yeah, he is.
Lot of time for D's.
His wife's also like.
Love her too.
Yeah.
Hadn't met her before.
Yeah.
She was a lot of fun.
Yeah, she's cool.
She was having a great time.
Yep. Anyway, that was fun as fuck. Punters Dribbles, we are brought to you by 4 Pints. Shout out to Japanese Lager. Now, we had our race day on the weekend. This is a keep it in your diary. This is a put a pencil in your diary. Thursday, the first Thursday of Magic Round, a warm-up of sorts. They've got a venue up there, Landers Pocket. We're doing something.
We're doing something. It's going to be golf-related.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be with your old mates, Tom and Eddie. So just keep a little mark in the diary. Thursday before Magic Round must be kept clear for my mates Tom and Eddie.
Yep.
So I can go to this golf-related thing at Landers Pocket.
It's a nice little warm-up.
To come.
Keep your eyes peeled. Punters Dribblers, more information coming soon. The Rugby League kicked off in earnest Thursday night. Manly beat the Fish 52-0. Stream with Ella. She buys a witch. We get a huge foreign statue. And Manly just go on to hump the living fuck out of the Dolphins, and it was great to see. Tommy,
53 minutes.
Ruben, Brooks, Hamole, Tolu, Turbo, Waddell, Burbo, Waddell. And those final tries from the Dolphins mean absolutely nothing. We don't include
9 tries in 53 minutes of rugby league football. The boys went absolutely berserk. Again, we opened the proceedings on Thursday night, Punters and Dribblers. Thanks for tuning into the live stream. It was well supported.
Yep.
With obviously a 6 foot foreign, which felt right.
Yep.
I think sometimes you need a 6 foot foreign in the office just for team morale.
Well, sometimes you got to commemorate things when they're going well, and also like we preemptively got it.
No, but the going well was his appointment.
Yes,
that was the going well part.
Yeah. And then Ella Kazmar comes and joins the Northern Beaches dribbler with a 4 in head. So we were already on the same fucking wave.
Oh, we were aligned, dude. And you and I had said privately, I believe at Brookvale, after we got smashed by the Knights, we said there may be a point this year where we need to turn to the supernatural, to the woo-woo, potentially.
Yes.
It was it wasn't a great loss, obviously, and then these things start to enter your brain. How can I help the club?
Yeah.
So we'd already mused about.
Well, we knew that we had a tantrum up our sleeve. That got some results.
That was first protocol. Well, it got us a new coach.
Yes. And then it's like, okay, well,
but
now
to come in and see that Ella had bought a mid-tier Etsy witch, mid-tier being
mid-price range,
middle price range,
high quality mid-tier,
and she was keen to know how it went.
Yes,
the witch, I think she provided significant value.
It's irrefutable. The witch got the job done. I think on 2 occasions when we were talking about the witch, tries happened.
Cooler was definitely one of them.
Cooler, definitely, when we were trying the witch, but I think even earlier on in the game.
After Ella was recounting the spell.
Yeah. Like, dude, people were coming up to me at the races being like, can you put us in touch with that witch? And I was like, go fuck yourself. She ain't for sale.
No, I know. I've had quite a bit of traction on the witch.
Witch outreach.
The answer is no.
No.
There's plenty of clubs in the competition that could do with a witch at the moment.
Heaps of them.
We'll get to them.
No, we will.
But at the moment, this is about a Manly suck-off, and we're only opening with it because it's the first game of the
That's the only reason. And there's not much really more to do because it happened on Thursday. A lot of sucking's been done. All, praise be.
Praise be. But again, just a special hearty Hello Sport thank you to Kieran Foran.
Yes.
For all he's done in such a short period of time.
And Tommy Turbo, who started the season with a try in every single game, I believe.
Dragons this Friday.
Terrified. Obviously, that's bad energy,
6 p.m.
but
games?
I just hate.
Yeah, it
6
is.
p.m. game.
Friday, 6 p.m.?
Yep.
Yeah. In Wollongong. That is
weather?
Huge. Oh, it'll be drizzly probably.
Or windy as fuck. there's no wind and no rain.
Different story.
29, mostly sunny.
Okay.
Oh, that's good for us.
That's
not
good.
Necessarily. But I feel like it's
fast
always
footy. We're fast. We're a fast team. The Dragons are awful. The Dragons are awful.
Yeah,
they're actually awful.
Yeah, they are. Let's just talk about the Dragons.
Well, no, let's just. They're fucking disgraceful rugby league team. Like, they are foul.
Was it 32-0 against the Cowboys?
32-0 at home.
Mate.
At Cogra.
32-0 at home.
8,000 they got there. Pathetic crowd.
There was a guy in a paper bag. I saw that on shout out to Roasty's Instagram. Guy in a paper bag, like hiding. He didn't want to be seen. He was like, I have to go to the games, I'm a fan, but I don't want people to know who I am. That's embarrassing. That's like you're embarrassed to your team.
This early in the season, to be going to the game with a paper bag on your head because you're embarrassed to be seen supporting the worst club of all. Yeah. It's a grim look. It's particularly grim because the Dragons, at least for the last decade, have looked pretty ordinary on paper. And then
they've been ordinary on paper and in real life.
But then they've always started okay. They've started the first 10 rounds.
They just haven't been spooned. They've been ordinary.
But what I'm saying is they've always avoided the spoon because of their okay starts, and then to get to like round 10 or 11 and fall off a cliff. That was the same every year. The fact that they've started this badly, give them the spoon now. Yeah. It's done. It's Penrith crazy. We've pretty much got guaranteed lock-in trophy and guaranteed lock-in spoon already after 5 rounds. Has it been 5 rounds? Yes.
Yep.
So, commiserations, Dragons fans. I don't know how many spoons you've won in your existence. They may not have won one as the new entity.
As the new venture. Don't know. Tell you what.
It's not new
anymore.
If
you're a Cowboys fan, things are. I mean, again, I don't know. You beat the Storm. That's a huge. Although, is it?
Is it?
But you beat the Storm and then you 32-0 the Dragons. Like that's. Yeah. I think are they 3 from 4 now or 4 from 5? They may not have had a bye. Like they're actually not going that bad.
I think they lost their first 2 games, maybe 3 from 5.
Yeah, 3 from 5. Pretty good.
Yeah, but they're going now.
You take 3 from 5 every day of the week.
Todd Payton, again, he would have been. He's had one of the great lungers and one of the stiff drinks after that game.
They're up in 7th. Like they're in the top 8.
They're in the top 8.
There you go.
Tigers coming second?
Tigers second, Knights third.
Crazy.
What a world, dude.
Crazy.
What a world.
See, I'm loving all that narrative.
Yeah.
I'm loving all that narrative.
But I'm also like, I know that we could get a little bit like, Penrith again, but I'm like, I'm actually outside of Manly greatness. I'm still here for Penrith being the best team they've ever been. Like 50-ing the Storm.
50 to what was it? 50 to 10 or something?
Yeah, 50 to 10.
Putting 50 on the Storm is the most terrifying fucking thing I've ever seen. Like
they are so slick.
That was terrifying. The Storm in the grand final last year. You know?
And they've still got a great side.
Their side's still good. It's obviously not as good, but it's still
their spine. Their spine is Harry Grant, fucking Cameron Munster, Sewer, and bloody Hughes. Like, what are we talking about?
No, it's still
in what world should that team be beaten 50 points to 10?
I wonder where they'd sit if you were to rank every team's spine. They're probably top 3 spine, top 2 spine, top 2, top 1 spine. Could be the best. It could be the best spine.
Could be the best spine. It probably is.
It may be the best spine.
Probably is. It is absolutely ridiculous. Casey McLean being 19 as well makes me feel physically ill.
It
makes me feel sick.
Also eligible for New South Wales, not a big deal, but
he is. Yeah, now, yeah, because he's a Penrith boy, Blacktown or whatever.
Kiwi Penrith boy.
He's of Maori descent.
He's played for New Zealand already,
which is why he selected it. But he's born and raised in that area.
Yeah. And probably loves the great state
he's a full product of the Penrith system. Played junior Penrith rugby league, then he went through Jersey Flag through.
It's just crazy how good he is. He's better than obviously Stephen Crichton. I would say is their best centre they've had over their run, but he at 19 seems to me, and correct me, he's their second best. Tango, Matt Burton.
Their production of strike outside backs is insane.
He was so good. The way he just skip on the outside of his opposition centre, and you're like, oh, he's just fucking beating him here. The try he scored, he ran through like four or five guys.
Now that they've unlocked their junior pathways adequately, they're going to be strong forever.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, oh yeah.
Or does a lot of this hinge on a very, very, very special 7?
Their 7 is very, very special. But I
don't know. I'm musing here.
Blazer's coming on.
Blazer's coming on.
Shit, yeah, Blazer's They also have a shitload of time with Nathan Cleary still to go if Nathan chooses to
Well, what, another 8 years?
Yeah. What is he, 28?
28.
Yeah, 8 years.
Yeah.
At least. Pending, what he wants to do, you know what I mean? What his plans are for life.
But you just look at that.
Jenkins got another double.
Yeah,
what's he paying for? Like, he was probably paying $2 for a double. Not the Storm. Storm would have been a bit different. You probably got half.
Mate, listen, did you know what the line was in this game, the betting line? 8.5.
Yeah, it was.
You don't, if you get given 8.5, if you get given like less than 10,
yeah,
if you get 10 and under in a Penrith game, you fucking put your penis
it's not about even. We're not talking about
it's not.
But you tripling the Panthers every week has just been a gold rush.
It's just been the easiest gold rush of all time.
It's been a gold rush.
Jenkins has scored 12 tries already this year. A shout out to Rando is more than the Dragons and the Bulldogs have all scored as a team.
It's been early Victorian gold rush.
Yeah, exactly.
Before every other fucker came in.
Yeah.
You won't be getting mate, they'll be 20.
Have been prospecting.
They'll be 20 points this week. 20-25. They're lying. Who are they playing this week?
Bulldogs. Thursday night with
Hectic
Fred.
Oh, sick. Poor old Fred. You're going to get your back blown out, dude.
Yeah, he is. He sent us a message.
You're going to get your back blown out, Fred. I'm excited to see Fred, first and foremost. I love Fred. But not looking good for you, bruv.
No, not looking good for you, bruv, at all. Terrifying if you're a...
The only thing I can think, the only thing that I can hold on to as a non-supporter of the Panthers, which unifies most of us, Tom, is that have they peaked too early?
That's all you can hope for. There just doesn't seem
because if they gradually improve from here, what's even the fucking point?
What's the point?
Like, obviously there's a point because it's still fun. We love watching the footy, but
you can reasonably ask what the point. What's the point?
You may as well just give them their rings.
Yes,
at the very least, save a bit of time there, because.
And maybe even some money if you order them early. Maybe you get them in like a bloody Black Friday sale or something like that.
And then,
or is that after the season?
And then what's terrifying, Tom, as well, if you want to get really terrified, punters and dribblers, and I'm here to terrify you, obviously they'll fall off a bit of a cliff, you'd assume, around Origin time when no one cares about the footy. Whatever. What's truly terrifying about this Panthers side is how much finals experience they have in key positions in particular.
Yep.
Finals footy... The end of season, September footy, punters and dribblers, is completely different to the rest of the regular season. It's completely different. And a lot of teams don't know how to play it.
No, they don't know how to play it.
But these motherfuckers,
well, no, they do,
are so well-versed that it's going to be a bloodbath.
Well, mate, you could, like...
It's going to be a bloodbath unless there's injuries. It will be.
I wonder how many finals games Nathan Cleary's played. Like, just go, if you were like, how many finals games has he played? And then what's his win percentage in finals games? He's probably lost like 2 fucking games. 3 games, I reckon. He's lost 3 finals games. Last year...
he lost against the Storm in the 2020. He lost last year against the Bulldogs.
And then there was one in the finals where they lost to the Storm and then they ended up coming and making the final. Or they lost to the Rabbitohs or something.
They lost to the Rabbitohs. Yeah. They lost to the Rabbitohs. Which is actually an indication that you don't always need the week off.
But you need to be top 4.
Well, they were top 4, but they still... didn't get the week off.
That's what, no, but I'm saying, because if you win, you get the week off, but you don't need the week off to win. You just need to be top 4 to win. But you can lose and still.
Yep.
Any finals? Cleary finals?
Yeah, so
did they make it in 2019? Did they make it in 2019? 2018? 2019.
At the end of 2024, I've just got to do some adding in last year's games, but at the end of 2024, he'd won 15 out of 20 at a 75% win rate.
What years has he made the finals? 15 out of 20 seems like he's lost.
They must have
2020 to 2024.
That's not right.
Because 2020 they were lost to Melbourne.
Right, so that's one.
Then they won 21, 22, 23, 24.
Where were the 5 games they've lost?
That's what I'm saying. Did they lose?
Maybe, and then got another chance?
That was the
No,
ones.
they've only done that once. They did that. They lost to the Rabbitohs.
Anyway, listen. If you can find it, you can find it. Just go to, their finals experience is absurd. Their spine's pretty fucking good as well. They and the birdwatcher was out. So they had Freddie Lussick come in and he scores a try in the fucking 10th minute. You're like, okay, great.
So, I think he's only lost 3.
That's what I said.
2020, 2021, which was to South Sydney 16-10, and then last year, so 3. Christ.
Crazy. Now the Storm, are they that good? Obviously, I know their spine, but everything else around it just doesn't necessarily seem to have the same punch.
Well,
their backs, their forwards, outside backs, they're still good, but obviously Katoa's out.
They've
Pappy's
lost,
gone.
mate.
Nelson's gone.
Things have changed. There's been a big change, right?
Christian Welsh gone. He didn't play much last year, but you get it.
Nelson goes. You lose Katoa. Pappy goes. They've had some. There's a lot of adjustments they need to make, and it's too early to say.
Can we just look at Penrith's next few games?
But the thing that's crazy here is that Craig had him up for this game.
Yeah.
Craig had him all the way up for this. They would have been chomping at the mouth for this game. Game.
No, not the Storm. I want Penrith.
Yeah, we want Penrith. We
The
want to see
team
when they
stats coming out of that game from Melbourne,
So, hold
Melbourne
on.
completed at a higher completion rate. They completed at 94%.
Yeah, dude. The Storm.
Did you see
Compared to Penrith's 86.
Can you get up?
Less errors, less penalties.
Get up Rando's post about that. Teams have completed over 92% and have lost. There's 3 teams in the last 15 years or something.
And not just lost, but 50'd. Out of cannot win the comp. So now, this is Penrith's next run. Bulldogs, they win that game.
Dolphins,
they win that game. Knights are going well, but
it's Knights at home.
I think the Panthers fuck them to death here. I think that they still do it. They're insane.
Yeah.
The Knights are good.
I tend to agree.
The Knights are great, and that's not an anti-Knights thing. I'm big on Knights this year. I love their vibe. But this is
and we'll get to them.
Manly, that's it. Okay, they got 3 more games to win. Then it's us.
After Manly.
Let's see who's after Manly, just in
Assuming
case.
things went really badly for us that night.
Raiders, they win
done.
that.
Dragons,
they
done.
win that.
Bye. So they haven't lost by round 12 except for Manly, but we'll see. Then they host Warriors. They win that.
They beat the Tigers. Another bye.
Oh, so no, but we're getting into Origin.
Now we're into Origin here. Okay, so this is where they might
So
start
go up.
losing.
I can't see them losing before their first bye in round 12, except to Manly. But you know what I mean.
Yeah, but I know what you mean. Honestly. Insane. Do we play their Magic round?
No, we've got the Tigers. On the Saturday
Saturday Arbor, which I'm loving. That's a great time slot.
Yeah, it is.
It's a great time slot.
When they're completing it over 94%, are 14-4. So only 4 teams have ever lost over the last 20 years.
Jesus.
It's crazy.
So, no one completes that high, and if they do, you rarely lose.
Yeah.
So only 14 teams have completed that high.
But I've heard people say as well, though, I can't remember where, but super absurdly, ridiculously high completion rates don't, whilst it's not a bad thing, there's also a benefit to having a slightly lower one because it indicates that maybe you're throwing it around a bit, you're having a crack, as opposed to getting through your sets.
Well, so you're implying that you're daring
It's like a sweet spot.
Well, you're daring to dream.
Daring to dream.
Interesting that they didn't start to dare to dream when they were so down 20-0.
No,
or whatever the score was.
Yeah, you're right.
I can't quite recall.
Crazy, dude. Crazy. Get back to games.
I'm loving that though.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Greatness appeals to me.
Same.
It always has.
I can't help it.
It always has.
Can I be honest with you? Did not watch Broncos Titans.
There was nothing, and I mean nothing, appealing about watching that game. No. Sorry, there just wasn't.
It just wasn't. And it's like yep, sure. No. Let's not go into it.
Don't care.
Don't care at all.
Reece Walsh's face.
Yes, he's broken that 3 times now. He's broken. I think he's had a fractured cheekbone 3 times.
Is that just a
Weak cheeks.
exaggerated example of looks maxing? Isn't that a thing?
You think he's looks maxing? Does he need to?
No, I'm just saying, has it helped? Is it helping?
Bit of clavicular about the kid.
If you're living under a rock, metaphorical or otherwise, there's this guy called Clavicular. I've never seen him, but Tom fills me in, and he's a proponent of using a hammer
I don't know if he
to.
started looks maxing, or if he's like he sells like I think he sells online courses about looks maxing. Top look into that, where he like hits himself in the face with like something to fucking get his cheekbones to get
calcify.
Bigger. Yeah, something like that to get bigger. Now Reece doesn't need a looks max.
No,
that's all I'll say.
But is it helping? Is my point. Could be.
It might be.
He's looking particularly gorgeous.
Even with a broken face.
Yeah, it is the 3rd time he's done it.
I don't want to have a broken face ever, but God, I want to have a hit of that green whistle. I haven't had a green whistle for a long time.
I've never had a green whistle. What's it feel like?
You just like, doesn't hurt. Everything's just great. Reach out if you can. Give us a couple of bloody green whistles falling off the back of a truck.
Imagine bringing one of them out of a bender.
Yeah, oh, mate. That'd be fun.
That would be.
Not encouraging that.
No, we're not. No. Of course we're not. We're not.
Good win for the Sharks.
Yeah, mate, Sharkies at home.
Always tough. Good
Always
win.
tough.
Dallin,
I reckon...
And Aaron Clark, Jesus Christ, I've tried to bang on him for
There's a chance that the Sharks spend a little bit of the front end of this season just sort of cruising under the radar.
Under the radar a little bit.
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm getting that vibe off them.
Yeah.
Sort of staying in deep water at the moment.
No one's been shitting on Nico.
Nah, mate, there has been.
Which has been nice.
There's just been nothing about the Sharks.
Yeah.
They've not been talked about, really.
No.
Not been talked about at all.
Well, they lost to the Dolphins early, and it was like, oh, what's going on here? That's not great.
They had was that a really poor performance potentially?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Unsharks-like, I believe Nico described it as.
Yeah.
Unlike a shark.
No, I think they're cruising under the radar big time here.
Warriors, great start.
Impossible to get a read on, bro.
You can't.
They play just such a rocks or diamonds brand of footy.
Bipolar.
It's bipolar rugby league.
Mitch Barnett out again doesn't help. But, you'd think that Metcalf coming back was an improvement. Listen, it's hard to get a read on them. Both teams are a little bit under the radar. The Warriors kind of weren't, though. They started well. They started well with some good wins. But at early season, it's very easy to get confused early season because it's like, oh, they fucking pumped the Roosters. And it's like, yeah, but like, who are they? Who are the Roosters yet? And the Roosters beat us, I know. I'm just saying.
It's one of, yeah. It's, we like to deduce a lot from the first 2 games of the round. It's like, why? What rate are you getting? Let's just, where you know how teams are really going by sort of like round 8, round 9, round 10. That's that you're starting to lock in.
Yeah, men from the boys sort of stuff.
Men from the boys. You can start to lock in increasingly over the next few weeks. I think you can start to lock in some lines if you want to bet that way. Some do. Because then up till Origin, and then after Origin, it's just a shit show. You just don't know what's going on. No. So are the Warriors good? I don't know. There's things we do know, though. We know that the Knights are good this year.
Or, at the very least,
prepared to win games.
Much improved.
Got the spoon last year, obviously. Shout out to Knights fans.
But doing it without Ponga and Brown at this stage of the year.
Without Ponga, without Brown, I just love their fans.
Yeah.
23,000 packed. I think it was a sellout in Newcastle against the Raiders, right? It's like it's not a very appealing team really, and they just foam at the mouth for it. In the Miners get up time, that should have been an omen.
Yeah. And
not an omen, but a sign because you and I had been crapping on last week.
I thought we spoke about it.
You and I had been crapping on big time about the mine and stuff.
Yeah, I know, but I thought we spoke about it on about even separate show. Get it? But you know what I'm saying?
I don't think we did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Rando said something about their win percentage in the mining jersey.
I thought he did.
But I don't think it was that high.
Yeah.
I remember it being high. I thought it was like 70 or 80% or something.
I see. I actually am with you, Tobler. I don't remember it being high. Sorry, I'm trying to. They've done them by 20 points.
When I see the Raiders start this poorly, what are they, 1-4? I just cannot get over the finals game against the Broncos last year. I just can't get over it. I think about it every time I see them lose. Every time I see them lose at the start of this season, I just keep thinking about that game. I just keep thinking about last season when they just caught something special, something unique. You know, defied the odds. Everyone had them coming last. They end up winning the minor premiership. Things are set up for success. They win the game 3 times against the Broncos, but they don't win it. And then they get pumped by the Sharks the next week. It's really quite upsetting for some reason. And I don't know why.
And now
it really plays with my mind
because of just like sliding doors.
Sliding doors. It's just and
Paltrow.
Ricky, because I love Ricky. He's so good for the game, and big Pappy's down there. It's just like I don't know. It's got its talons into me. It did at the time as well. I thought about that loss for weeks.
I haven't. The weekend wasn't a great weekend to truly marinate in all angles and all facets of rugby league. Usually I like to watch a Raiders press conference after a loss, especially after they're stacking up a few. I can't imagine what Ricky
has anyone seen it? No.
It didn't feel like it was enough to make any news. But, I mean, if you want to talk depressing, the Dragons press conference was funeral stuff. It was like asking someone to do a press conference at the wake of your fucking close family relative or something. I mean, like, hey, can we just quickly have a couple of words with you? Oh. He's like, oh, and it's like, oh yeah. Can we ask you about whether your job's secure? It's like, mate, I'm at a wake. Do I need to be doing this right now? It's like, yeah, we're gonna ask you questions about your future.
Yeah, part of the job.
Yeah, part of the job. Are you right for the job?
Oh,
listen, mate,
God.
I'm fucking in a funeral parlour. Like,
oh, God.
We just got 32-0 at home.
Keon's sitting there going, can I get out of that?
Yeah, what's that? Can I backflip you out or what?
Wait, hang on. Wait, what? Haas is coming? Could we do like a little thing together?
Yeah, I'll take unders, bro.
Could we play up front together?
Can I take some undies?
I'll take some undies. You know what? I actually don't need money. What I want is glory.
Well, listen, life's too short to play.
Oi, Wayne, can I sell you on something? Can I sell you on an idea I've got, a concept I have? Yeah. Me and Payne Haas up front.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
And I'll take unders.
Does that tickle you in any way, shape or form? I know I said that I was so impressed by the Dragons flying me down in a helicopter. They whined, they dined, they 69'd me, and the orgasm got the better of me. I signed post-nut. You can't do that.
No, he signed.
Or during pre-nut.
Mid, pre. And
well,
not post.
He had no post-nut clarity. That's right. He had no clarity. He now has clarity. He's got increasingly more clarity.
More clarity.
By the season's end, he may have maximum clarity.
Yeah, clarity maxing.
Maxing. I'm clarity maxing right now.
Yeah.
And I want to flip. I want to backflip. Can you still backflip in the game of rugby league?
I mean, you can. You just got to agitate. So you don't backflip, you agitate.
But wasn't there a cooling off period by round something? Yeah. Was it round 10?
There's still a 10-day.
It's like 10 days.
10-day cooling off period.
Days.
But they used to do the round 10 thing, didn't they?
Yes, that was a different one where you had 10. You had till round 10 to agitate max.
Someone did that before, didn't they?
Don't know. Maybe.
Someone we know, I think. That was a long time ago.
Nah, a long time ago, mate. Let it go.
A lot of water under the bridge.
Let it go, mate. But the Knights, listen, Knights are even a bit under the radar, even though they're winning and they're coming third. To me, they're a bit like, you don't even have your, like...
People are all eyes on the Knights,
yes,
bro.
They are, but I almost think they don't take them seriously.
No, of course not. No one's taking them seriously. There's a difference between...
No, but I don't mean that to sound disrespectful either. I think it's more like what's going on here, as opposed to like, oh, wow, yeah, this is a team right now. Like, because you came last year, you kind of have to do way more to I guess, like, change the perception in the eyes of many.
Yes.
And so you got your two best players out. I don't know who said it. They were like, it's probably like Bulldog Richie or someone. No disrespect if it wasn't you, Bulldog, but it was like, they might be better without Ponga and Brown, which is obviously an insane thing to say. But sometimes you see when like weapons come back into a side that's humming, and then they start to be like, all right, like dad's back, let me run it all, and then shit goes wrong.
Yeah. I mean, there's only one way to find out, right? But I think the problem with the Knights in the past is that they were never settled in their halves.
That's certainly. They've had like 20 fucking, was it like 70 halves pairings? That was like the stat the other day.
And then it's like, oh, Fletcher Sharp is your fullback, is he your 6? It's like he's playing 6 now.
But if you're like Sandon Smith's playing well.
Yes, he is.
So what are you doing? Dylan Brown comes back in, you go, hey, sorry, Sandon, kick rocks, Adlai.
Well, you give him a shot. Deal, obviously. You paid huge money for him.
Yeah, I know you did.
You know, you've paid what? 10. What was his deal?
1.3 year for 10 years.
Yeah, right. So okay.
Sandon needs.
You probably want to see how he's going to go in the 7 jersey. That would be my opinion. Obviously, he's played there already. They've had that win in Vegas. Has he been out since then? Can't remember.
Who?
Deal?
No, against Manly. Him and Pong went down.
That's right.
And we still lost.
And we didn't score a try after that, I don't think.
I don't know.
But I like seeing it. Again, the Knights are good for the game. That is the art.
They are.
They're just good for the game.
70 different halves pairings since 2020.
Right.
Yeah, dude.
70.
Is that a rando stat?
70. I found it on a different website.
Okay, well then maybe not, but people still
70. So, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And you are right. There is potentially a little bit of doubt there because of how well Santa's been playing, but you just play him at 14 and just make your peace with him.
Make your peace.
You know? Dylan's having a shock. Take him off.
Fletcher Sharp's a hot piece of ass.
Oh my God, he's so hot, dude. He just wants the footy, Tom.
Yeah, he does.
To use a football term.
No, that's right.
He just goes looking for work.
Yeah, he does.
And he loves it.
And he's a footballer.
And he revels in it.
He revels in playing football.
And you're just so aware of him because the big mullet is just bouncing around out the back.
Bouncing, mate. She's bouncing.
You can't miss the kid, which I like.
Well, the mullet's reverse cowgirling on the back of his head, basically.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And he's quite the rider.
Yeah, I know, exactly. It's riding him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Bouncing around.
Did you see his little chip over for Marzu?
Yeah, I did.
I didn't know he could do that.
Well,
that's what, you know who does though? Justin Holbrook. He's seen some things. And Marju knows as well.
That's why Fletcher's just about my fave right now.
Yeah.
He's incredible. So shout out to the Knights. You're going well, good stuff. Raiders, long season.
Very long season.
Looking like a long season. Shout out to our mates at Ned's,
Yep.
who have had to put up with Tom and I running an absolute train on them on the weekend.
On behalf of the punter and the dribbler.
On behalf of the punter and the dribbler, but then in our own civilian work, in about even work, it was a biblical weekend for us.
For us.
For the punter and the dribbler.
Yep.
And for about even.
Listen, we ran a train on Ned's, and we love Ned's, but we ran a train on
you. You know what I mean? And they loved it.
Hopefully it doesn't, hopefully you don't hold that against us. It sounded like you loved it.
Sound like you loved it. I hope it doesn't sour the relationship.
No.
But also, it's important for us to come in here and just remind Neds that we ran a train on them.
Yeah, an absolute train. Shout out to Ned's, though. I wouldn't want to run a train on anyone else.
No, that's right. You're my first and last selection. You know what I'm saying? Thanks, Neds.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the number on screen or visit the website. Or did we just miss the Bulldogs game completely?
Oh, yeah. We went straight past it to the Panthers game, Tom.
Because
Easter Friday, 32-24.
I was in the midst, while this game was on, Eddie.
Great crowd.
Just to let you know, I was in the throes of just some absolute yard work. Just work clobber on, gloves on, headphones in, getting sweaty and dirty, raking
What were you
shit.
doing, mate?
Just cleaning up refuse from my backyard, like leaf litter and shit.
How's it looking now?
Mate, it's coming on. And again, if you looked at it, you'd be like, this looks like shit. But if you knew what it looked like before then you'd be like, wow, this guy. I filled up 12, count them, 12 of the huge green bins. 12 of them. And I've still got heaps of shit to do. There's so much fucking crap. Anyway, it's a side note, but that's what this game reminds me of. Leaf litter. Palm fronds. Have you heard Phil Gould's explanation for why they didn't use Bronson Cherry on 100% footy last night?
No, I didn't. Because
it's saved on our Instagram. Because
obviously,
basically,
so Stephen Crichton goes off,
but
injured.
you put Bronson Cherry, who and clearly something has happened with, and everyone's been gaslit to pretending like everything's fine. You put him on your extended bench. Your fucking center goes down. Your left center, and bang, look who we got, a left center, Bronson Cherry. Heard of him? Because he played every game for you last year, and you end up picking Sean O'Sullivan. Now, the explanation that Seraldo gave in the post-match press conference was like he needed some leadership, I believe. This is what Gus Gould said on 100% Footy last night.
Crichton goes down, right? The medical team goes on to assess the injury. It came back that Crichton will be back in 5 to 10 minutes. They're going to go in and needle it and try and get him back on the field, which you know as AC injuries, you can do. Yep. So they thought he was coming back. Cameron's used 3 bodies. He's used Hopoi, he's used Tupanua, and he's used Mann, all right? Sean O'Sullivan is there to cover halves and hooker. If he puts Bronson on, he can't go and use Sean if one of those goes down. It was told him that Critter would be back in 5 minutes. He said, well, I'm not putting Bronson out there for 5 minutes. I'll put Sean on, and then Sean can go and give Bailey Hayward a rest, which was designed in the thing, and Critter will be back. 5 minutes later, the message comes back, Critter's not coming back, and he's already made the replacement. Now, at the press conference, he was asked, and he said, I needed Sean to do some leadership. He didn't want to offend the doctor. And I said, well, you're not offending the doctor. The doctor hasn't got X-ray vision, mate. Like, he made a call. It's in the heat of the battle. Now the call ends up being different 5 minutes later. You can't help that. But that's the only reason Bronson wasn't put on. Crichton goes down.
He's a master at spinning
yarns,
right?
Now, are we calling Woolpool? Obviously, it's hard to know with Gus when he's talking about the Bulldogs.
It's fucking hard to know.
Because that seems like, from a seasoned coach, a bullshit. Like, what I mean is, like, that Seraldo was like, oh, I don't want to be mean to the doctor. That seems like bullshit.
That's where it falls apart for me. But it also, it encapsulates how good he is at spinning the yarn in his favour, because I'm believing what he's saying. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Okay,
but
like,
it doesn't.
You can. Well, it falls apart at the end because his coach has already said something completely different.
Yes,
that's why it falls apart.
Yes.
If in isolation he explains those things, you can sort of understand it. Yep. Okay, you're going to move him to hooker. That's what you're going to do.
Because you expect him to come back on.
So when Crichton comes back on, you're going to move him to hooker. It falls apart because Seraldo's already said the leadership stuff, and now you're saying you didn't want to offend the doctor. What in God's name are we talking about? Yeah. Are we feeding him? Sean O'Sullivan had a train run on him defending there at centre. Yeah. Like, it was they just all the traffic went through him, and he was breached multiple times, Tom. Breached multiple times. So,
well, not at centre. They put Burton to centre, didn't they? Yeah.
No, Burton stayed at 6.
Are you sure? I thought
Burton stayed in the halves.
What?
Yes.
How did I miss that?
Burton stayed in the halves.
Yard work. Tommy yard work. Really?
Burton stayed at 6.
I'm
sure. No, yes, he did.
I don't think so.
Yes, he did.
Well, my understanding was
yes, he did.
I thought they ended up, because we'll just confirm this, because I don't know. I thought, and I'm happy to be corrected here, that they moved Galvin to 6, O'Sullivan went to 7, and Burton into the centres, and that there was also criticism, not just of not using Cherry, but also at that stage the Bulldogs were winning. And it was like, why would you fuck with your halves?
So,
because
Cameron Serrato's other play could have been to move Matt Burton to the centres like he gave him 5'8", and Sean O'Sullivan to halfback, as he did when Crichton was injured in the Good Friday game.
Yeah.
So he didn't do that.
Well, didn't you say? Read that sentence again, slowly.
Cameron Serrato's other play could have been to move Matt Burton to the centres, Lachlan Gavin to 5'8", and Sean O'Sullivan to halfback, as he did when Crichton was injured during the... Now I'm confused.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, as he did. So maybe that's for this week?
Okay, maybe he did.
Yeah,
no, it looks like he did.
Okay, he did.
Looking back at the highlights,
there's no fucking
put him into
way.
left centre.
There's no way you're bringing in at centre.
I'd had a couple on Friday. I'd had a couple of ales. And I've obviously misread that.
Yeah, and that's fine. But he did get pumped in defence, though. He got run over.
He got run over in defence.
He got run over.
Yeah.
He got run over. He wasn't defending in the centres. That would have been absolutely fucked. But the explanation just doesn't make sense. That you're like worried about offending a doctor.
Yeah, that's what happened.
That doesn't feel like. And if you're Bronson, you're like, all right, like, let me the fuck out of here then, eh? Let me go. What are we doing? Even when you need me, you don't use me. And they're pretending like nothing's happened when clearly something's happened. What the fuck has happened?
Rue and I were talking about this a couple of weeks ago when it first happened. And Rue was sort of the opinion that he'd been moved, from right centre to left centre or left centre to right centre?
Left to right.
And has had a sook about it at training. And because of that, they've obviously trying to set a standard like, you've been dropped. That's it. He thinks it's as simple as that. It's like an attitude thing. They're like, mate, buy in or fuck off.
Maybe.
Just because nothing else has been leaked out in regards to what it could be.
It was a good game.
And so then he's had a sook. He's called his manager at the time and said, if I'm playing right centre, I want to get a release. Phil Gould's talked him off a cliff the next morning at this breakfast, which is why he's still at the club and hasn't gone anywhere else.
Just feels like...
It could be that simple.
Well, listen, of course it could. And of course it could. It just doesn't make sense to even waste your time having him on the bench. If you
why is he on there?
But
why is he on there?
What are we?
He's on there to play centre.
And your centre went down, and you were up, and your halves were actually playing okay for the first time.
Well, that was the thing. So they were up.
Your halves are doing all right.
Halves are doing all right. You replace the halves, and then all traffic goes through O'Sullivan.
Oh yeah. Is Burton going to be getting fucking annoyed just getting moved around every other week?
Well, so
like, am I a 5'8" or a centre cunt? Like, make a decision.
So Tupanua scores in the 36th minute. I think Crichton went off in like the 40th, 41st or something. Something like that. I can't remember. They don't score a point then until the end, which doesn't count.
No, it doesn't.
Because the game was over.
The game was over. And that sent it into actual overs.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much when Crichton went off.
Yeah, exactly. So he goes off. Everything gets shifted. They didn't score another point. Again, the try in the 78th minute when it was 32-20 doesn't count.
Game was over on that, you know.
But the early mail for this week is that Sherry's going to be named at left centre.
He'd have to, dude.
Yeah.
He has to.
Okay. He is?
Yeah, that's the early mail.
Oh, it's today. We get teams today. It's Tuesday.
Yeah.
Nice. I like that.
Like that.
We like that.
Oh, you like that, me?
I fucking like that.
Like that, mean. But the Bulldogs,
they suck.
The Bulldogs. What is going? The Bulldogs.
I'd feel so frustrated if I was a Dogs fan.
Oh my god.
Jeepers creepers.
Gee, Toby Sexton could play. Toby Sexton could play. All that hate that poor old Toby got. Remember how much hate he used to get? For some reason?
Well,
not necessarily by the fans, but there was just this prevailing sentiment that Toby sucked.
Well, that they weren't going to be able to win with Toby. It was like they were listening to the media too much. It was like, oh, listen, they're all right. Dogs going okay, but then you can't win a finals game with Toby Sexton. Yeah, you can't win a play.
How do you know? Winning the comp at the time.
And it's tinkering, dude.
Oh, it's tinkering.
It's tinkering.
Bro.
You know what it reminds me of? When you try and trim your beard yourself, you're trying to get it to a certain length, and you probably don't have to deal with this too much because you've got such a fucking thick, girthy beard. But you could just go and it's all down.
Yep.
But if you're just trying to go a little bit short, you're like, oh, just do a little bit more.
If you're trying to mould it
a little bit more this side, a little bit, I'm just tinkering, I'm tinkering. Before you know it, you're bald.
Mm.
You're just bald.
You've tinkered all the way down.
You've tinkered all the way down. And these motherfuckers keep tinkering.
You can over-tinker for sure.
You can.
You can definitely over-tinker. Same thing. Sometimes people are doing their sideburns and they tinker so badly they're gone.
Yes.
Now I've got no sideburns.
No,
I
you
look
don't.
ridiculous.
No, you do.
I look absolutely ridiculous.
I'm saying you look like Paddy Grattan Smith, year 10, formal. His mum cut off his sideburns. Shout out to Paddy, dear friend.
I've got to be honest as well. Sorry to cut you off, Cody. I just want to get this out of the way, and then you can have your time. Because he wants to say something.
Oh, okay.
I'm sort of loving it.
Oh, I'm loving it. Oh, between you and me, dude. I fucking hate the Bulldogs.
I'm actually secretly loving this. Actually, in fact, it's not secret. It's now public. I'm loving this. I'm loving how everyone in Bulldogs land thought they were going to win the comp this year, and they've been fucking terrible.
Well, they had sort of like 6 months of just sort of like belief, reasons to believe. Sort of got a bit weird like at the end of the year last year, and then this year it's just been fucking abject failure, essentially.
Like they're going to miss the 8. Sorry, Katie.
No, that's okay. I was just having a thought, and maybe there's not much to this, but I guess it kind of, like, it's just a bit perplexing in terms of the whole Bulldogs puzzle. But I was just thinking about how when Galvin came to the club, and, there's all this rhetoric about, Galvin's the future, blah, blah, blah. It's looking like Matt Burton's going to play. They've got this Mitch Woods kid who's going to come. I just, for the life of me, can't seem to work out why Galvin is still playing 7. Like, when he came to the Dogs, they've got an experienced half there already in Matt Burton, who's probably the better kicker of the two. And I'm just not sure why that they haven't put their more experienced, better kicking, almost captain of the team as the 7, and they've put this on this young kid who's played sub-20 games. Do you know what I mean?
I do. I think Burton is even less of a 7 than Galvin. Would be what I expect was potentially.
Yeah, I guess that's fair, but I'm also just like, is he not the heir to the, like, do they not want him to be the long-term 6? Like, neither of them are 7s. So I'm just kind of like, why? I don't know. It all seems a bit odd to me.
What's that, Seba?
Got to be Eddie's stag badge.
Oh, it'll be okay, nice. Yeah, look, I don't think Galvin. Well, no one thinks Galvin's a 7, but I don't think I think Burton's even less. I think
Burton's a centre.
Burton's a centre who's been put into the halves. Like, they kind of don't have any real half, 5'8", or fullback. Connor Tracy has great games, don't get me wrong. He's a utility from the Sharks, and he's coming. They don't have a fullback, so Connor Tracy's playing fullback. Yeah. Galvin is a 6 playing 7, and Burton is a centre playing 6. And then they've got O'Sullivan not in the team.
Their spine's pretty ordinary, really.
Well, it's a bit skew. It's like if you took a spine out and just jumbled it up and then put it back in, you're like, wait.
Well, for you,
like it's a Mr. Potato Head spine.
Yeah, Mr. Potato Head spine. That's right. They've essentially got a 6 playing. It's a 6 pretending to be a 7, a centre pretending to be a 6,
and a utility pretending to be a fullback.
Yeah, seriously. That's seriously it.
So it's just like none of it's really like being done correctly, and so you don't score many points, and then you can defend, but then also you started off being like, oh, they're the best defensive side in the fucking comp, and it's like, well, the Rabbitohs just 32'd you, so. Father.
Was that you?
No, I thought it was you.
No? Oh. No, little fluffsy, mate. I'd be honest, I'd tell you.
Yeah, you would.
They kind of have a bit of a stench, though, I think, the Bulldogs.
They do. They've got a little stink right now.
Bit of a stench.
they're...
The thing is as well, like, I think from a Hello Sport perspective, if I can refer to us in the third person, year on year, I think we go through waves where it's like, when the Dogs started being all right at the start of last year, I was like, yeah, I'm kind of into it. And when the Knights were bad, I was like, yes. I was touching myself that the Knights were bad. Fast forward into another season, Knights are going well. I'm kind of touching myself for that. And I'm celebrating the Dogs being shit.
I can't help how I feel.
I can't help.
I can't help the way I feel.
I'm all over the map.
And it's something about it being a self-induced injury
that makes this one even worse.
Yeah. There's something about that.
The meme where you put the stick through your own bike spokes. You fall over
That's
and hurt
right.
yourself.
Yeah, that's right. That's sort of where I'm at with it, punters and dribblers. I can't help it. And I hope you miss the 8. Sorry, it's just how I feel.
I'd love for you to miss the 8. That'd mean a lot to all of us if you guys would just miss the 8.
Can I ask you something? Just a question about the Dolphins on Thursday night.
I didn't score a point.
Do you remember seeing Katoa play?
I don't remember seeing him all night. And that's not a knock on him, even though it is definitely a knock on him. But it's a knock on the side.
It's just like I really haven't seen much of Katoa this year. After seeing so so much of him last year.
Yeah. Scope had Dolphins to make the grand final. Sorry to call you out there, Scope. And obviously they still might. But no, I haven't seen Katoa this year, Edward. I haven't seen him this year. And it's our right to make that point of someone who we haven't seen. They also can't win the comp. Just put 50 on them.
That's right. And obviously, I don't know if we talked about this last week, but it's important to clarify that Nathan Cleary will be our 7 for New South Wales.
Yeah. And I think at this stage, probably Mitchy Mose as our 6. But Mitchell now no longer our 7. Nathan Cleary our 7. Mitchell our 6.
We're swapping them.
Yeah, we're tinkering.
No, we're tinkering. Yeah. Oh, Lord knows we're tinkering.
No
one's. Yeah, we give the Bulldogs shit. No one's tinkered like New South Wales.
Oh, we love a tinker, but like
no one is tinkered like us.
Yeah, we do. But like we're not fucking putting like Connor Watson as our fullback.
That's a great point.
Who's been linked to Manly, by the way? I'll take him. Oi,
Come here, bruh. Jump on.
I'll take you, lad. Hop on.
Jump on, mate.
Reverse cowgirl, the peninsula.
Jump on. What a weekend to get a buy, those bastards.
Yeah, you're right. That is a great weekend. They'll fuck off on holidays.
You'll fuck off, go away, have a great time.
I would like to talk to you quickly back on the Dragons before we go to the final game of the round. You don't need to go to that game, Tobler. That's all right. They've put all contract negotiations on hold.
With whom?
Like players and shit. They were looking to renew Damien Cook. There's a few other players that
really?
They're just. I think they're in like an all bets are off situation right now. They're just like
their team is
mid comes to mind.
Oh my god,
and that's not a knock on Damien Cook. He's still a good player, but like he's one of their good players, and they're not playing great. They're mid, very mid.
They tend to get players.
They're poo-maxing.
They tend to get there's a lot of like players at the end of their careers there as well.
Well, because this may have been an NRL 360 thing, where they were talking about there's like a Dragons tax that all managers tack onto fucking their players. Anytime the Dragons are like trying to sign them, they're like, yeah, it's a Dragons tax. This is a shithole club. You better give us a little bit more.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Christ.
Stupid fucking lid.
Your lid broken, mate.
Yeah, I broke my lid. Too strong.
Too strong.
I'm just to sort of play the other side of the coin here with the Dragons. I actually think that their team is like. Granted, I agree with you. There is a bit of a again to use the word stench around some of their players. Gutho and whatever. But they've actually got the foundations of a really good young side there with like the Couchmans and Dylan Egan, Jacob Little. I still reckon Val's got a bit in him, and I think actually like. Coming into this season, even a couple of weeks ago, we were surprised that they were like 0-3, 0-4. Like, I think...
Fair.
Do you know what I mean? I think
that's fair.
And, like, losing obviously, like, creates that stench. But things have just totally flipped in the last 5 weeks. But I do think that, like, there is actually a good foundation there.
The reason I was surprised they were 0-3 was because of some of the performances we saw early on. You're right. And, like, their younger players... or they're emerging players. I don't know if you'd say they've been playing better, but you're an emerging player. You're doing pretty well at certain points. Obviously, there are moments of absolute abject poo-poo, but the big dogs aren't doing any big dog shit. So that makes it very hard.
Yes, which I agree with.
To win. But much like I was saying before, we're on your last year. We're off you this year. If you get 32-0 at home, you're 0-4, and that was a bad... Like, obviously, scoring no points is bad, 32-0 on that, but, like, your defense was fucking awful.
Awful.
And your attack was maybe worse.
Well, I think Joey was saying it was one of the most diabolical kicking game performances he's ever seen.
Yeah. Again, Atkinson, apparently, 6, not a 7.
Well, they've got a halves issue.
Yeah,
there's just not enough of them. Of a high quality.
I would have listen. I'm not saying that Lockie Ilias is a great halfback, but they did not give him a shot at the Dragons last year. They just didn't give him a shot, and he is a 7 at least. And there's Cade Reid.
And won how many games?
They were like 10 straight in the lower grade. But then they got this young pup coming through, a little Joey Walsh-esque. Chad Reid, is it? Kane Reid? Chad Reid? Cade Reid? He's a Kane, Chad, or a Kane.
Okay. Kane or Cade or Chad?
Chad.
Yep.
or a cad or a chain?
Cadbury.
Cane?
Cade.
Cad would be funny.
Cad or chain.
Cadbury.
What about chain, mate? CHAYNE.
Chain.
Yeah, chain.
Chain. I like chain too.
Chain would be fucking
Cad.
chain
and
chain or cad.
Cad, dude.
He's coming. Cad's coming through, but they don't want to burn Cad and much like Joey. But now we're winning. Maybe you put Joey in.
I still think Joey off the bench every now and then.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I
Last
just want him.
15
I want him at the very least playing rugby league, as in like playing lower grades. I don't just want him sitting on the bench and not being used.
Yeah, it's a waste.
It's a waste. Anyway, so the contracts are on hold at the Dragons, and Flano, deep poo. But then a lot of people saying, why sack Flano? Your team's just shit. Like Manly has good players. Whereas you don't think so?
The thing is, Flano's done it before. It's not like he's actually done something, as opposed to coaches that maybe get hired who've done nothing. And
no, I think the point being there, don't sack the coach that hasn't been able to do something. His team is not very good.
Yes.
Whereas a coach who hasn't done anything and the team is good, it's like,
yes. We're in agreement.
We're in agreement.
We're in agreement.
Easter Monday.
Still thinks he needs to be getting more out of him, though.
Go watch that press conference if you want to be depressed. This was a phenomenal game of rugby league.
An absolute ripper. I've always loved the Easter Monday game.
Yeah. Well, this game delivers all the time.
It's always just a ripper. It's always a full house. There's just a vibe about it. Yeah. Daylight savings is kicked in, or it usually has, or it's close. It's closed, rather. It's just the lights HD. It's getting a bit cooler. It feels a bit cooler. There's something about it. I don't know what it is.
It's the beginning. It's the beginning of temperature turning down. It's early darkness.
It's all those things.
It's the end of a nice long weekend with family and friends. It's autumnal.
It's
autumnal rugby league,
yep.
But it's two Westie teams that fucking hate each other.
Yep.
It's
having a red hot crack. Shout out to Bailey Simonson first and foremost. That looked I couldn't look at it. It looks so gross. I hope you're okay, dude. He's been unlucky with injuries. That man has been. That was unlucky. Disgusting.
It was. I couldn't look. I just saw it. I saw what was happening as they were showing the replay. I'm like, don't need this. Do not need it at all. But a hell of a game,
mate. That was an absolute rip snorter of a game. The
Tigers looked like it was initially Eels up early, and then it was like, oh shit, Tigers now are about it after not scoring for the first 28 minutes. And then obviously...
But Tavana, dude, he flies high on that just after the half. They go up 18-10, and Simonson injured by...
Lauli'i,
who then goes off.
Well, but
it was chaos in and around that. It was absolute chaos. There was like a few fights sort of breaking out.
I think the problem with the crowd was losing it. Can you confirm this? Because what wasn't a good look was him like chatting shit over Bailey Simonson's corpse, basically. Like, was he Cody? Was he G'ing up? I know you don't want to talk ill of you.
I'm not. I have to watch it back. I'm not 100%.
It looked like he was like having a crack at Bailey while he's on the ground, like completely fucked.
I think
he was frustrated with the potential. Like, I think he felt maybe a sin bin and or penalty coming. So I think that was probably.
I think he was frustrated because he goes up for the ball. He does leap for the ball. He then, when he sees that he's going to be second bested, he does adjust slightly into a bit of a loose hold.
It feels like those injuries generally, like, or just those. Interactions on a field. It's such a tough one. It's such what do you do if you're falling?
It's just second nature almost, right?
It's really hard to fight against what is just almost like your body's reflex.
There was not malicious in any way, shape or form. It had malicious consequences, obviously. But then the crowd turns. There's G-ups.
The dudes in the crowd.
It gets pretty loose for a while. There's dudes in the
dudes in the crowd.
Yeah.
Trying to beckon over Samuel Afinu.
To fight him.
let's go outside sort of stuff is some of the more embarrassing shit I've ever seen in my life. I was saying this before in the green room.
But those two dead shits would have got flogged to death. I'm like, what?
Of course,
what are you fuckers doing?
What are you doing, dude?
Like, you're not
Samuel
but you're not big dogs, bro.
No.
You're not. You're siding behind the fence, and if he comes up, you would have run up the stairs. That's what would have happened.
He would have killed you.
Like, it's just,
it's so dumb. And you
don't know how you are so self-absorbed. You don't understand what the optics are on that.
No.
You don't look like a big dog.
No, you
look like a scared little man.
The thing that I feel, it's like, I like, when I was driving in, I was fucking thinking about it. I was like, I actually feel sorry for the younger guy, assuming they're father and son.
Do you reckon they were? I don't know.
Well, you just think they were just two randoms who were both like, let's fucking get it on? I don't know. If that's your dad, if that's like your fucking primary role model and he's there, or every bit of 60, telling Sam Weller to come on while he's also like boomer filming on his phone, like with his Apple Watch. I'm like, if that's your dad, I'm not surprised that you're calling Sam Weller out in the car park.
Tough look. It was such a tough look.
And people being like, oh, fucking that happens at every game. If I saw that, though, someone was like, oh, you fucking Manly fans do all the time. I'm like, if I saw any Manly fan do that, I would be just as embarrassed.
Yeah.
It's a human issue. It's a human interest.
No, it's a human interest piece, and it's a human story.
You can talk, you can be angry, you can boo, you can be like, what the fuck's he doing to the fucking...
Of course you can.
You do not, let's fucking go outside Sam Weller fine out.
No, you don't.
You just don't.
You give him an old-fashioned,
Gobful.
Ridgy-Didge gobful. Or an old-fashioned Ridgy-Didge booing.
Yeah.
That's good for the soul.
Let
him ring out. Boo. It's good. It sounds great when the crowd's all booing as one.
I love a boo.
There's a beautiful tone to it,
Well, the
right?
Dragons got booed off their stage. Got booed out of the ground.
Of course they did. So then, sin bin for Lali.
Yeah.
Hard to pronounce. Apologies. Moses gets them all into a huddle, and then Twytle scores two tries.
Blake Austin said they should face up to the Tigers at training or be banned for life. Lol. Listen, it's a 1 second moment in your life where you've acted like a fuckwit, and there's part of me that feels bad for them, even though they're dumb.
You're right.
So
they could be father-son. Or they could just be standing next to each other.
Cringe, bro.
So cringe.
It's tough.
It's some of the most cringe shit I've seen.
Yeah, it is.
That is the most cringe shit. Oh my God. Oh, that's tough.
It's so tough.
When you watch it again, you're like, oh, that's tough. Yeah, I reckon they probably are.
I think
They have to be, right?
I think they are.
They're also losing at the time. It's like...
Well, it's 18-10. They're losing. You're right. But then Twytle...
Oh,
so
listen.
Moses has the boys in a huddle, and they come out, and Twytle scores two tries in like 2 minutes.
Not just that.
28 seconds into his...
And his first one was insane.
Dude, it's like his first 3 touches in rugby league were 2 tries and a line break. That was like... I was obviously death riding the Tigers. I wanted the Eels to win because you had a huge, about even ramifications. But... that, like, it also, once that kid came on and scored those tries, I was like, I also want it for this guy.
Yeah.
Who's come over and scored one of the best fucking tries you've ever seen. That was glorious.
And then moments later does it again.
Yeah. I was touching myself at that point.
And then it's 18-all. They missed both the kicks.
Kicks fucked us. Kicks fucking you.
You couldn't. But they were both from the touchline. Like, it was tough stuff. It was pure theatre. It was pure theatre. What a game of footy! Unbelievable. Then it's 20-all. Then it's extra time, and then it's it's penalty.
If you're an Eels and a Tigers fan, like, I know the Eels are like super angry about refereeing decisions, and you're probably like they're both like fans of both teams are probably watching shit way more closely. And I know there were like certain calls and things that went for and against both teams, but like that Mitchell Moses high tackle where he got that, like, that was pretty innocuous. where he got the penalty to then send him up in front. And then so was the one where Jock Madden slotted it to get to even it up. But then didn't who's the winger for the fucking Eels? Russell. Didn't he get put on report and knocked himself out at the same time?
Yeah.
Was that a head clash or was that a...
Yeah, it was a head clash.
Because I heard Donk whinging about that in the presser.
Yeah.
But then they were offside as fuck when they were trying to charge down the droppy at the end.
The Eels were?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
What do you think of the game, Cody?
Mate, it was an incredibly tough watch, as you can imagine, like those games. But the Parramatta were right up for it. I went into the game pretty confident, and
the first 20 minutes, I was like, "Holy shit!" The Eels' defense was insane.
Yeah, they were on, and our attack in the final 20, definitely still needs work. But I think it's kind of been similar for all the Tigers games this year, right? We've gone down a couple of tries, but we're just seeing a more resilient, a team with a genuine belief that they can win, which I just haven't seen from the Tigers in a long time, which is just so refreshing. Even going down 10-0, I just wasn't worried.
The players didn't seem worried either.
No. Again, we definitely, this game could have gone either way. We got out of jail with a win, so we lose that game every time, 10 out of 10 times over the last decade, so happy to get the win.
Mate, bloody Adam Dewey's been so fucking good.
Yeah.
He's terrific.
Kai Pearce-Paul,
dude.
Taruva fucked a couple of things up yesterday. A couple of opportunities, real strong opportunities to score tries. He was doing a bit much.
A bit too much.
Still out of position.
Yeah.
What's he playing? Centers?
Centers, yeah. Definitely missing our centers, but
Dewey's great.
Dewey's fucking fantastic.
Jock Madden as well, though. He's
Jockey Mads.
He's a big reason why Dewey's playing so well.
Jockey Mads, dude.
Few
what a great
clubs
backup half.
Yeah.
Did Latu get on?
Latu came on for the last sort of 20, 25. But he had to play centre. He was all over the shop.
Well, he said on the weekend in the paper he'll play any position. He wants to stay at the Tigers for the rest of his life.
Yeah. Again, I'm living in an alternate reality at the moment. I don't know. It's awesome.
Yeah.
So you're loving it, are you, mate?
Mate, I'm frothing. You could say a good thing about every player in the park yesterday. I'm elated.
Elated?
Yeah.
You've never used a big word like that before.
No, you haven't.
Well, yeah.
Wow.
So were you squealing at the TV?
I was just kind of covering my face with a pillow. It was just tough. It was so tough to watch. And I just really felt that late charge from Para. I didn't think we were going to get over the line.
I know. It was ominous.
I thought
it was so ominous.
Couple of twaddles, I thought you guys were fucked.
59th and 61st minute twaddles, and then not another try in the match, which it felt like it was opening up. Fatigue was in there.
And it's 4 tries to 3, those fucking conversions.
Yeah. That sin bin just had me pulling my hair out, but sure.
Yeah, you convert them and it's 6 points.
Sin bin, yeah, it sort of felt like I don't know what to make of those.
Well, if he doesn't get injured, it's not a sin bin. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
and
he does.
Is that optics?
He did get injured, and he got injured bad. Do we know what the final thing was? The injury? Is it a broken foot? Or is it just a dislocated ankle?
I'll double check. I'm pretty sure he's out for the season.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was 3 months or something. Oh. Pretty heavy. And again, it's it's tough. You do have a point, Tom. He did get injured, so there is that. But he landed awkwardly. I just don't know.
Oh, you're victim blaming now, are you, mate?
It was initially diagnosed as a dislocated ankle, but the mechanism brings clear concern for ankle fracture if confirmed wide recovery range for such a brutal injury, but usually at least 3 months.
Punters and dribblers, daylight savings is over, the weather getting colder, and you're making your way into those chilly autumnal and winter months where sickness comes lurking for you around every corner.
Yeah, that's right, Tom. It lays dormant a lot of the time, and then it comes out and it'll just give you a little jab, let you know you're alive.
It's sniffle season.
The best way to prevent against that is obviously by boosting your immunity. And you can boost your immunity with a little something called Good Day. Yep. It's a multivitamin. 1 sachet into water every day. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt.
It's the least you can do.
Immunity boosted.
Yep.
It's that simple.
Yep.
It's not rocket science. You don't believe me?
If you're doing nothing, do something.
Oh, you don't believe me? 1,597 5-star reviews. Just read them then. 1,597. Most people saying similar things. Don't get sick anymore. Don't get sick anymore. Don't get sick anymore.
Or if you do, you dip. but you don't dip. It's not Mariana Trench, you know what I mean?
That's right. She had a good day. BeGoodHealth.com.au, code Dribblers for 10% off. If you pair it with a subscription, you will end up getting 20% off. Does that make sense? Cool.
All right, punters, dribblers, let's get into some dribbles, shall we?
A few dribs.
You need headphones though, buddy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realise, me.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't realise that, me. Hectic Fred. I'm pumped for that on Thursday.
Morning, boys. Just giving you a call the night after Manly's famous win against the Finns. And, you know, obviously very Helen-inspired woo-woo and all that. And, I'm sure I don't have to tell you boys as aficionados, but, you know, something you've always got to be cautious and mindful of when it comes to dealing in the dark arts is they know when you're being pure or not. You know, when Ella's gone to Helen, the famous Turkish witch, I heard of her, obviously she's aware that this was truly a spiritual outreach, a true meaning. Going back to it now to go any further is in risk of damaging her connection with the spiritual realm, which is a sacred thing we've got to be very mindful of. Now, this may have absolutely nothing to do with the fact I'm a Broncos fan and we need to win the comp this year as well. But please be wary when dabbling in these dark arts, because this blessing that Helen has bestowed, it's a witch, it's dark arts, there's always a blowback, and you'd hate to further the curse you've only broken. Anyway, steady on, boys.
Very articulate dribbler.
No, it was very well. It was a good point, well made.
Great point, well made.
But listen, I don't know. We could be greedy little witches over here, though. You know what I mean? And it's like, if the witch do something for me once, I want that witch to do something for me twice, then 3 times.
Yeah.
But you can over scratch not scratch an itch. I was going to say, but scratch a witch.
You can over scratch a witch for sure. And you got to be wary of that.
Yeah.
You just have to.
I almost feel like I don't want to use a witch to try and get a win over the Dragons. You shouldn't need a witch.
I won't be using the witch to get it.
Well, no, but Ella might.
I don't think so. I think she'd be far more measured. I think she'd be more measured than that. I'd be surprised. I really would be.
Yeah.
I think we've got momentum now. Yeah. Right?
You use the witch like listen. This Broncos dribbler makes a good point. Like, you use it when you need to,
and we needed to.
Yeah, we needed to. It's like when you had those mushrooms in Mario Kart, 3 of them. You only had 3 to use, but you use them when you get trapped on the grass and you want to shoot through a bit of a slow patch.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you'd use them. You would use them.
No, fucking
you'd use them because you'd want something else.
You need. Well, no, that's a good point as well.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly right. But then as soon as you get up the front, you don't get what you need anyway, because you're up the front. You get a couple of bananas.
Well, but what you can get is like a banana or a green shell to prevent the use of a red, for example, Tom. So which will come for you.
Yeah, it will.
It'll come for you. Obviously, the blue shell, the big bad boy.
Well, the Bowser
which hits
shell.
First. There's nothing you can do about that.
There's nothing you can do about the Bowser shell, mate. You just got to grip it and rip it and cop it.
Unless you've got a star. But if you're leading and you've got a star at the back pocket,
you've pulled that out of your corner, haven't you?
Oh, baby boy. Or girl. But if you did have a star, then you got to the front without having to use it, and then they used the blue shell, and you had a star, and you activate it, and you just deny them of all glory. Star mode, dude.
Yeah.
I fucking love star mode.
Same.
You know what we're talking about, Tobler?
Absolutely.
Dude, I'd like to put star mode over us at some point when we're doing something. I don't know what that means, Eddie. I don't know what it means. But do you know what I mean, though? There's that filter over something when we're doing it. We're hitting star mode.
We hit star mode.
I think sometime you need to try and hit star mode.
We go really quick, and
or we're just doing something well.
We can't be defeated.
Like, you could have put star mode over us on the weekend at the races.
Yeah, you could have. We were that impressive. You could have put star mode over us on Thursday night.
Yeah, you could have.
Couple of moments for star mode missed.
Yep.
Worth thinking about.
Let's move on.
Hello, boys. Patchy. I am the concrete dribbler from Western Sydney. Big Panther fan. Not having the worst time right now. We just put 50 on Melbourne. You're welcome. I just have one grind. The short dropouts. If it doesn't reach 10, it should be a fucking penalty. But if it doesn't reach 10, The team that is receiving the ball should be able to catch the fucking ball. It's your fault it hasn't gone 10. If it goes 5, you should be able to catch the ball. And if you catch it and score, then all the best. They should have a defensive line set ready to tackle you. Thoughts? Please.
I agree.
Penrith undefeated. Fuck Origin time. Fuck Melbourne. I cried at the end of 2020, and I will never forgive them. 50-10, baby.
Dude, I agree. So was it the last try for the Panthers, which was I think Jenkins got his double. They did a short droppy, and then when they were giving it, like Melbourne did a short droppy, and he just caught it and ran through.
Yep.
And they were looking and they were going, "Oh, is this in gone 10?" That was the first time I'd even realised that if it hadn't gone 10, you weren't able to do it. I was like, why the fuck should that matter? If they duff the kick.
So you should be able to take advantage.
If the team that's receiving the ball, if you do a shit kick and it goes less than 10, you should be able to jump up and take it. You're trying to get an advantage with this little short dicky tactical. I don't think it should be a penalty if it doesn't go 10 either, because that's just...
What should it be?
Should just be the other team's ball, which I think it is. But I think, like, there should be... You can still go for it and try and score a try. So penalty just seems like an extreme thing for a fucked short dropout.
So maybe like a scrum on the 10 or something.
Yeah, whatever. Scrum on the 10, quick tap, who gives a shit? Yeah. You can't take 2 points.
No.
No.
It doesn't. Is it a penalty? It is.
No, it's not. This is what they changed a couple of years ago. My team started doing short droppies.
It's not. Okay.
I think that's a good solution, though.
What?
Because I think the short droppies are scat. I think what that guy just said is a good solution.
Yeah, I think they're scat as well.
I still think if it goes out on the full, it should be a penalty, but that's whatever.
Maybe out on the full. But again, penalties are shit. Rugby union is a sport that you can see the problem with having
too many penalties
or like a willingness to give penalties out for fucking anything.
Yes, and but I think sorry to interrupt.
No, that's fine.
I thought you were done.
No, that's all right.
I think the point of a dropout is that the attacking teams earn the ball back. So if a team wants to try and go short and they fuck it up and it goes out on the full, penalty. Do you know what I mean? It's not supposed to be your ball anyway.
Yeah.
It's supposed to go back to the other team.
No, I get it. I do get it. I just wonder whether it's like if you fuck it up, you've got the ball in attacking position. Have a crack.
Fair.
You know, like that is the advantage. 2 points for that? Because, I mean, you're not going to kick it out on the full to try and gain an advantage. Do you know what I mean? So it's not like you need to penalise the action because it's like, they're trying to gain an advantage.
You're not going for some weird glory.
Yeah. There's not something where it's like, so you may as well... But again, if it doesn't go 10 and you're Milky Jenkins and you fly through the air like a flying jug of milk.
Yeah. Scrum on the 10 in that
scrum
position.
Wherever you want it.
Well, because then it's a set play. But it's a set play then.
Yeah, true.
So you get all the forwards tied up.
So you got all the forwards tied up and there's more of an advantage. And you can throw a bit at them. Bit of shape, bit of old school stuff, toddler. Would be my thinking.
Yeah.
But again, just to hand someone 2 points for like essentially an error and a kick is not.
It's too much. Too much.
Is there malice in it, punters and dribblers?
No, I don't think so. Shout out to that dribbler, though. I liked it.
He was good.
Yeah, man. He was good, man.
He gets dribble of the week.
Yeah.
Already, and I haven't heard the others.
Well, the guy before, though. What about the guy, the Broncos witch guy?
Oh, he gets it.
He gets it as well.
Yeah.
5 on the bounce. Young Casey, what size blue jersey do you wear?
Yeah.
Mate, I'm hearing what you're saying.
Yeah. I bet you McLean wears a tight blue jersey. I don't know who he comes in for. Could he go on the wing? I know it's too early to talk Origin around 5, but it's not. And because we've got this new rules, it makes it more palatable. But like, let's say it's Cleary and Moses. Sorry, we're doing it. Cleary, Moses.
The Trell Crichton.
Trell, Critter, and then you've got To'o, and then the wing you've either got McLean or Turbo, who's been playing well. And I'm happy if you say no to Turbo. Like, I'm not. I'm just saying he's had a good start to the year. But like McLean, fullback, Dylan Brown, Dylan the Ghost, or Turbo. Maybe Turbo's at fullback.
Maybe Dylan's on the wing. Dylan's played wing for Australia.
What do you do with Casey?
Maybe Casey's not in the team.
Maybe Casey a bit young. But if you're good enough, you're old enough, they say. Ask Freddie Fittler. Shout out to everyone who listen to Freddie Fittler potty as well. Thanks to Freddie for coming on. Great to have Freddie on.
I think Mate, Casey on the wing could be good. It could be good.
Could be good.
Who was their other winger last year? Oh,
Lomax.
Lomax, who is now playing, I believe. Did he debut last weekend?
No, I don't think
No,
he did.
he didn't play in the end.
He didn't play in the end.
Jesus.
God,
what a year it's been. Like, that's just old news now.
Old news, mate. Geez, I'd be feeling isolated and lonely over there.
Well, it's the most isolated city on earth.
Especially watching that game yesterday. Just been like, geez, 50,000, 28 or 29,000, whatever it was, at Combank. Just massive atmosphere. Boys are up and about. You'd be like, oh, I've got to go to force training tomorrow.
I got to practice me ruck and maul.
Experience a bit of hamstring tightness in the lead up to Saturday's match, so he didn't
he's
get
like
on.
warming the bench is like 600 there.
All right, let's move on. I drove through a rainbow the other day. I think I may have said that already, but I did.
You did. You told me at least.
Yeah.
Now, let me say, if you're out there supporting that fucking St. Merge shit club, you are fucking laughable. You are garbage. Your team sucks. You fucking shouldn't follow the great sport of rugby league. And the Cowboys are winning the fucking comp. We'll see you there, fucking Manly. But yeah, St. Merge, cop that, you fucks. 32-0. Who are you going to blame now? Kyle Flanagan's gone? Who are you going to blame? Fucking user shit. Up the fucking cows.
It's a great point.
Listen.
Who are you going to blame?
Yeah, user shit. And then, like, I'm not even joking. Potentially, the high point in the history of this podcast was that guy's fart into the phone. That was fantastic.
That's the high watermark?
Well, I think it might be.
That's certainly up there.
Certainly right up there. The fart was so run-of-the-mill fart. You know what I mean? There was nothing crazy about it. It wasn't big, wasn't wet, wasn't floppy. It was just a...
Yeah. Yeah, it was mid.
It was a mid.
Which made it good.
No, that's exactly right. It was a fart's fart. It was just a fart.
It's all it needed to be, though.
All it needed to be.
It wasn't...
It was a disrespectful, like, I'm not even going to try and force it out.
No.
Make it big.
No.
Just farting on you.
Just, yeah. Yeah. St. Merger.
Yeah. Yep.
Tough.
Into a fart. You know. Listen, we'll take it as a comment.
G'day, fellas. Hope you're doing well. It's Luke here, not to be confused with Luke Bracey of Nude Soon fame. Just giving you a quick call to let you know on Friday night I had the absolute displeasure of watching my team, the mighty Melbourne Storm, get absolutely cream-pied by the Penrith Panthers whilst I was sitting at the pub in my Storm jersey getting absolutely licked near to death by all the dribblers around me as if I was a jar of peanut butter and everyone around me were hungry dogs. And I roll into Saturday, I'm still licking my wounds, and I go to my bartending job. It's Easter Saturday. We are getting absolutely pounded into the earth's core. The line's busy. People are complaining about the surcharge, which I've got nothing to do with. I sneak off to the cool room for just 2 seconds, check my phone, and I see that Sebo and the boys have orchestrated a $78,000 multi on trifecta on the Dribblers Day Out pot on Ned's, the greatest betting app in the world. And I just need to let you know that gave me the lift and the belief and the drive that I needed to go and finish the shift. So cheers, boys. Hope you're doing well. Be you soon. Cheers.
Happy to help.
Happy to help. It's a nice thing to say.
It's a very nice thing to say.
It was Sebo's gift to the people.
Well, but especially after a tough Friday that he'd had. Your team gets 50'd by the Storm, by the Panthers. Cream pied.
It was a cream pie. The cream pie of some note.
Yeah. But also, like, the Storm don't get cream pied. So the fact that they did is... It almost stings more. It's like, oh, what's happened? It's like this once great fighter gets dropped. Oh, no, dude. He's getting... You know what I mean?
It's tough.
Once you start getting knocked out,
especially
starts happening more and more.
Especially after back-to-back GFs.
Dude, back-to-back GF losses. First time they've lost 3 on the trot in 20 years maybe. I might be making that up. And then first time they've been 50'd since 2003.
That's grim.
Grim, dude.
That's grim.
2022, they lost 3 in a row.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, August 2003 was the last time they conceded 50, so it's the heaviest defeat.
August
Bellamy era.
2003, so 23 years ago.
Dude, think about 2003. The Sydney Olympics were just behind us.
I was in year 7.
Yeah, I was in year 8.
I just started primary school.
You just started primary school?
No, 3.
I was in preschool.
Oh my God, dude.
Wild.
Wow. World was different.
World was different, dude.
That's Iraq stuff. Was it Iraq 04?
It was just after wasn't it just after the fucking 20s?
It was 3 or 4.
Crikey.
Yeah, 3.
Crikey.
There you go.
Penrith, Premiers, Ryan Girdler, Luke Prittis, Luke Rooney, Luke Lewis, Craig Gower, Trent Waterhouse, Shane Rodney, Paul Fatawira, Reece Wesser.
Shout out to Reece Wesser.
Yeah. The Hair Bears, Pulatua and Nullavau. Fuck, I've done well to remember that many
You've
players.
done very, very well.
Yeah, okay. Let's move on.
Last one.
Good to have the whole.
Boys,
It is actually.
it's instant coffee at 4 a.m. in the morning. It's making bolognese with just 2 ingredients, Audi pasta and a can of tomatoes. It's 25,000 Hunter Valley coal miners watching Fletcher Hunt split the Raiders like he's opening the Strait of Hormuz. It's KCD here, let me tell you. The age of renewables is over. The return of the Newcastle Knights has begun. Boys, I'm across 100 today. It's Easter Monday, and I'm seeing receptionists. I'm seeing GPs. I'm seeing the girls at Les Bakery I'm seeing the girls at Lee's Bakery in Branxton wearing flour-dusted high-vis while they bake vanilla slices and lamingtons, and I love it. Big, thick Cadbury Chocky eggs and high-vis soon.
That was amazing.
That was great. That was fantastic. And that's
just a proud Hunter man.
That's the temperature of the Hunter. Was that the Kicking Tea dribbler?
No idea. Anonymous.
I thought he said KTD at the start of it. Either way, that is the temperature of the Hunter right now. It's just good, honest, roll your sleeves up rugby league. Everyone chipping in, everyone doing their bit. Time of crisis sort of stuff, being the spoon. What happens in a time of crisis? Some people refer to crisis times as the happiest times in their life. I think they surveyed some people in World War II, Eddie, in England, when they were all in bomb shelters and in the train stations, living underground. And they said they were some of the happiest times in some weird way, in some twisted way, because there was community. There was community. And the Hunter is a hell of a community.
Hell of a community. The proudest in the comp.
Yeah.
By some way.
Who won the $50 a good day? The $50 good day voucher.
I didn't go terribly well.
I went awfully. I went so bad, dude.
The Dribblers got
Heinz garlic aioli.
Heinz garlic aioli. I only got 961 points. Yes, what'd you get?
1,044.
Not good, bro.
Not good.
Who did I had?
Did I win anything? Yes, I beat Tobler.
Did you?
Sucked in.
I had an absolute shocker. I completely
987 from Bradman Zest. I had Tedesco as captain, so you want to have an idea.
Grim week.
Where am I coming? 9th, Eddie 10th.
You had Josh, Eddie. Jeff Athletic.
Hammy coming last.
Did I know I had Jeff Athletic last week? Or did I have him this week?
No, and Pipe Dreams 26, yeah.
Oh, I had him this week. I played him last week in another one we're in.
Josh killing it. Sebo, who asks Guru for advice every time he comes in here, is coming. So, do you know, can I tell you something? Can I tell you something, Eddie?
What, mate?
There's some controversy afoot. And maybe it's not controversy, do what you want. Do you remember how old Bradman Zest over here, Tommy Tobler, was like sucking his own cock about leading for the first couple of weeks?
Yeah.
He has a SuperCoach Sherpa. He's got a guy who just makes all his picks for me, is what I do.
No, I've got a consultant Sherpa that helps me with my SuperCoach.
Who?
Helps me inform my decisions.
He won't tell you who. He's like,
Timmy?
No. He's got someone like
Be the same as using Timmy or Guru for recommendations, or you guys asking
No,
Cody,
because
even though he's coming last for the first 4
hold on.
weeks, hold on. Hey, Tobler, what trades you doing this week?
A public asking of Guru when he's in the studio, like, oi, what do you think of this? Or, hey, which is what Seb does, cowardly though it is. a public asking is a public asking. There's no clandestine hidden away. And also, he's not then walking around and sucking his own penis auto-fellatio style, being like, I'm winning the competition.
When you're
without mentioning that you have a SuperCoach Sherpa.
So you don't do anything?
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
I pick my player. He gives me recommendations on trades.
Yeah, and then you say, okay. So if he said he hates that, would you still do it?
Yeah, like Turbo last week, I was adamant I was bringing him in.
Right, and he said
he said, yeah, that's a good idea. But I was going to.
If he'd said no, you wouldn't have done it.
So you didn't answer my question.
I was going to do it anyway.
He didn't answer my question. If you asked him about a potential trade and he hated it, would you still do it?
Yes, I would.
No, you
wouldn't.
That's fucking bullshit.
You are such a liar.
Why is that bullshit?
You are such a liar.
Like, what basis are you saying that I wouldn't do that on?
Because what's the point of having a full-time Sherpa?
For advice, you don't have to take him every time. It's not gospel.
Because you're so good.
You just got beaten by me.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I've fallen off an absolute fucking cliff.
Yeah.
I had Tedesco as captain. He didn't even play.
Shit, dude. Then
I had a bye.
Mate, I also played Tedesco as my flex. Whoops.
Yeah, whoops, dude. Serious whoops.
Serious whoops.
So what was the name of the winner?
I'm still ahead of you though, Tom. That's all that matters.
No.
Yeah.
In the pipe dreams?
Total points, I'm ahead of you.
Well, in pipe dreams, I'm beating you, so I don't give a fuck, right? Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Hello Sports SuperCoach.
No, Eddie's ahead.
Oh, sorry, I was looking at the wrong one. God. Oh, no.
Oh, no, Tom, you are.
Pipe dreams.
Yeah.
Hello Sports SuperCoach.
Yeah, right. So you're looking at one thing, I'm looking at the other. In the pipe dreams competition, I'm ahead of you. Hello Sports SuperCoach. What are you?
2725. No, 2393.
Okay. Oh, we're close. I'm 2480.
2393. Dude, bad week.
Yeah, tough
fucking horrific week.
Tough week. Sorry, Tobler, one more time, the winner.
Yeah, so his team name is Heinz Garlic Aioli, and his name's Beamer, I believe.
That is a dribbly name.
So just screenshot your proof that you're a subscriber to Good Day and email
Turbo at hellosport.com.au.
That's it. And then I'll send you $50.
Nice, well done.
Love it.
VC looped. Oh, no, Captain Nico.
Oh, wow. Let's have a look at that. Cleary, it's so funny. The start of this year, I'm like, I'm not going to go Cleary at halfback. It's just the dumbest decision. I'm also now going to have to get rid of Reece Walsh because he's broken his face. Tommy Jenkins, imagine getting that cunt in there. Jesus Christ. Got a pretty good side.
Yeah. How many points did he get?
1437.
That'd be nice. Yep. 961, not good enough.
No.
Very ordinary.
Heinz Garlic Aioli is the dribbliest name. All right, we're done. Love ya.
Bye.
Could you two just not talk anymore?